morning, my dear students. How are you all? Did you complete your homework properly? I hope you are all doing well. Yes? Okay. What we have learned in the last class? We have learned about invertebrates and some examples of invertebrates. Snails, slugs, earthworms are some examples of invertebrates. Okay. Which is the respiratory organ of earthworm? Skin. Earthworms pull its body forward using their bristles. Today we are going to study about movement in earthworm. Children, do you know how different body parts of an earthworm help it to move? Normally, invertebrates can control their body form and movement by using muscles to change the shape of the fluid filled compartments. The earthworm's body is divided into segments. Each segment has a number of setae or very small bristles that earthworms use to help them grip the soil as they move. Earthworm has tiny little hairs sticking out underneath its body. The earthworm uses these bristles called setae to cling the ground as it moves. An earthworm moves by using two different sets of muscles. The earthworm uses its circular muscles to lengthen and push itself forward again. When the circular muscles tighten, the worm gets longer and thinner. When the lengthwise muscles tighten, the worm gets shorter and fatter. Earthworm moves with the help of contraction and relaxation of their body segments, which is called friend of farmer. Earthworms. Why is an earthworm called a friend of farmer? Earthworms convert a large piece of organic matter into rich humus. It's improving soil fertility. Roots of plants need air to breathe. They get air from the soil. Earthworm creates air spaces for roots to breathe. Roots also help in incorporating air into the soil by their burrowing action. So, earthworms are called farmer's friend. Earthworms are used in decomposing food wastes into compost by the process called vermiculture. The manure that we get by the process of composting by earthworms is called vermicompost. Vermicomposting uses earthworms and microorganisms to help break down food waste and other organic materials and convert them into valuable soil nutrients. Good morning, students. Shall we revise the portion now? Listen here. Animal movements. Okay. Some animals move on land. Some animals move on water. Which are the animals move on water? For example, fish. Okay. Listen. Some animals live on water. These are the animals are called aquatic animals. Okay. What is the meaning of aquatic animals? Animals that live in water. Animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. For example, fish. Fishes are living water bodies. What are water bodies? Lakes, rivers, sea, ocean, ponds. Okay. Fishes live in different types of water bodies. Okay. Then schools. What is the meaning of school? Listen, you are in school, you will make a team. 3 or 5 students sitting together. We will say the name of team or classroom or assembly. Okay, like that. The different types of fishes will be swimming in the group. Okay, a group of fish is called school. What is school? A group of fish is called school. This is the collective name. Okay, collective name. A group of fish. A group of fish is called school. Next one is camouflaging. Do you know, children? Camouflaging means the fishes are different colors and different size. No? Sometimes when they are swimming in the water, other enemies or other big types of fishes will be come and catch the fishes. They will be eaten. These are called predators. Okay. Because of escaping from predators, they will be hide behind of the rocks. Okay. When they are hiding, before that, they will be change their color according to their surroundings in the water. Okay. That is called camouflaging. According to their surroundings, fishes will be change their colors. That is called camouflaging. Did you understand that? Okay. Next one is how the fish will breathe. How the fish will be breathed. What is the respiratory organ of fish? Gills. Okay. What is the respiratory organ of fish? Gills. See, the carbon dioxide will be diffuses come out. Okay. The oxygen will be absorbed through the gills. Okay. Next, what are the parts are there in the fish? Gills, fins, tail, then scales. These are the important parts of fish. What is the use of gills? Fishes breathe air through their gills. Then fins. What is the fin? What is the uses of fins? Fins are on both sides of fish. Okay. It is used to change their direction. Okay. It is used to change their direction. Then what is the use of tail? It will be tails help the fish to move forward. Okay. Then what is the use of scales? Scales protects their body. Scales protects their fish's body. Okay. These are the parts of fish. Next one is vertebrates and invertebrates. What is the meaning of vertebrates? Animals that have a backbone are called vertebrates. Okay, animals that have a backbone are called vertebrates. Can you say some examples? People, that means human beings, animal, birds, fish, tiger, lion, etc. These are the animals of bones. Then what is the meaning of invertebrates? Animals that do not have a backbone are called invertebrates. For example, earthworm, slug, snail, insects, butterflies, etc. Okay, these are the examples of invertebrates. Then, do you know the earthworm? Have you ever seen in the soil? Yes. Where they live? Earthworms live in the soil. Earthworm is a invertebrate. Okay, earthworm is a invertebrate. Why the earthworms are invertebrate? Because they do not have a backbone. They do not have a backbone. So the earthworms are invertebrates. What are the parts are there? Do you know? The earthworms are tube-like animal. Okay. Do you know the picture? See. This is the earthworm. Okay. This is the tube-like structure. Tube-like structure is earthworm. Okay. Next one is they are divided into many small parts. They are called segments. Many small tubular parts are there. They are called segments. Next, under these earthworms, they have small hair-like bristles with claws. Okay, small hair-like bristles. These are called segments. Then here, pair of small hair-like structure. These are called bristles. These bristles are called, what is that? Setae. These are the bristles are called setae. Okay. What is the use of these bristles? Bristles use the earthworms to help the body forward. They help them move to forward. Okay. The bristles are help the earthworms to move forward. See, these earthworms use their skin to breathe. Okay, what is skin? This is the skin. The earthworms use their skin to breathe. When the earthworm is breathing, how they will be moved? Listen. See, when the earthworms are moving in the soil, their body will be contraction and relaxation. The segments will be contraction and relaxation. These are the segments. It has two types of segments. When the earthworm is moving in the soil, it has two types of segments. One is circular muscles. Okay, the body will be changed, shape will be changed. This is the circular muscles. Another one is lengthened muscles. When the lengthened muscles will be longer and thinner. Okay, in the circular muscles will be thicker and fatter. Okay, then this earthworm is called farmer's friend. Okay, the earthworms are called farmer's friend. Why the earthworms are called farmer's friends? Because the earthworm is living in the soil. No? When they are living in the soil, these earthworms convert the organic matter. It means waste food items, everything. It will be converted into humus or fertilizer. Okay. When the earthworms are living in the soil, they will be changed. They will be convert their wastes, food wastes, it will be converted into humus or fertilizers. Okay, the plants of fruits will be absorb these nutrients from the soil. So the earthworms are helpful for plants. So the earthworms are called farmer's friend. Okay, next one is vermiculture. Vermiculture. Vermiculture means one type of earthworm. That means it's a red color. Okay, the red color earthworms decomposed the food wastes into a compost. Okay, the earthworms, that means red color earthworms. Red color earthworms decomposing food wastes into compost by the process of vermiculture. Okay, the manure that we get by the process of vermicompost by the earthworms are called vermicompost. Did you understand the topic, children? Listen here. Now take your book. We can do the exercise now. Page number 56. Page number 56. From students' book. Question A. Match the columns correctly. Column A. Fish. What is the answer? Streamlined. Gills. Breathing in water. Earthworm body. Segments. Earthworm composting. Vermicompost. Fins. Movement in water. Next page. Page number 57. Fill in the blanks with the correct words. Fish are dash. Vertebrates or invertebrates? Vertebrates. Second one. Dash help to absorb oxygen dissolved in water. Gills. A dash body helps your body to move easily through water with the least amount of friction. Answer is streamlined. Fourth one. Scales on the fish body help to dash friction. Degrees. Fifth one. Dash help to maintain the balance of the fish body while swimming in water. Answer is fins. And also you have one activity. Listen, children, from the book. We have let's apply. Okay. Make a chart on vertebrate and invertebrate aquatic animals. Collect pictures of at least 10 animals in each category and paste them under the correct heading with their names. Note down their names, breathing organs, organs for movement, and what each of them ate. Did you understand the question? After complete this activity, please send the activity, take photo and send it to me through the WhatsApp group. Okay? Thank you.